So the 16th came and went for XRP and nothing seems to have happened, which is very frustrating for anyone who was looking for a resolution or at least some information regarding the Ripple V's SEC case. Now, I know this can be frustrating, but this is something that we have to just learn to deal with. I was hoping, according to Twitter and the news, we were going to get an answer, but it seems like we've just fallen on deaf ears and we're just going to have to wait to see what happens. So very frustrating, but guys, we have more news to go through. Some bullish changes have happened that I want to get you guys aware of within XRP, and also Bitcoin has recently broke $108,000, so this has affected our trading account very nicely. So I want to keep you guys up to date with exactly what's happening there and the entire macro so you guys can make informed decisions. And just before we go further, I want to remind you that this video is based solely on my opinion and what I'm personally doing in this market. I want to also let you know that some of the links below are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a commission, but this will be at no extra cost to you. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy sitting in his room. So for more information on this, head down to the description and let's jump into it. So we can see here Judgment Day for XRP this Monday, June 16th. Now, it's not just Levi. Loads of people, including myself, were hoping for a resolution yesterday. And I was hoping that, something would happen and we get some information, but nothing did happen. Now, I did tell you, if we did get a resolution, I was expecting nothing really to happen with the price. In fact, I was expecting people to sell because they'd probably be expecting a big price push to the upside and then nothing would happen. People would lose interest, they'd lose faith, and they'd start to dump. But turns out we actually didn't get any of that because we didn't get a resolution. But if we look at the price of XRP, it is up 3% today. And I want you guys to stop being so jaded by these sorts of moves here. Now, every day we talk about this. Everyone is so complacent. No one cares about moves. 3% in a day is very nice. The average for the S&P 500 is 10% in a year, all right? And that's the average. Sometimes it doesn't do anywhere close to that. And I know we're used to the prices moving so much more to this, but it can be profitable if you know what you're doing. We took profits from the XRP bag yesterday. I secured it with a stop loss, all right? So now we have 16% gain with $4,000 in the profit. I'm very happy with that. Along with Solana, Ethereum, XRP, and Bitcoin, all in significant amounts of unrealized profit. In fact, it's about $30,000 of unrealized profit sitting right here, which I'm very proud of, and I'm happy with that. So a 3% move is a couple of $1,000s. That's great. As long as I'm positioned in the right assets and the ones that I believe in, we can be profitable, even if nothing ever happens, which is an absolute wild thing to say when XRP is actually one of the only altcoins that is significantly up on the year, still up 358%. It's the top 4 altcoin, right? And it's only just followed by SUI and XLM. Everything else has done nowhere near that. And yet people are like, yeah, XRP's done nothing and it's boring. Change your mindset, guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. With that said, we can see XRP is on the rise as Purpose Investments wins regulatory approval for the first XRP ETF in Canada. The XRPP exchange traded fund will begin trading on Wednesday, June 18. So tomorrow, guys, 24 hours from now, this will start trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Now, do I think that this is going to send an explosion upwards into XRP? No. I think, again, it's going to be a slow grind, and we can use Ethereum or Bitcoin as an example. Bitcoin, when it got the first approval, right, and this was the one in America, not anywhere else in the world, so this is still not what's happening, but when it got that first approval, I think it was this right here, we had a big spike, and then we came all the way down. In fact, from the high to the low, Bitcoin dropped 20% after the approval of the ETF. If we take a look at the way Ethereum's carried on, it's basically just been down since the approval of the ETF. So this could be the same thing for XRP, but I think this is a good piece of news that will be a slow grind for XRP, and it all depends on what happens with the market, because right now we're still in a Bitcoin season. Let me just refresh that to see if anything's changed. No, we're still exactly where we were yesterday, very much a Bitcoin season, and in this valley of a Bitcoin season, everyone loses faith. Everyone starts to whinge. Everyone starts to say, oh, XRP or Bitcoin or whatever not Bitcoin, altcoins do nothing. It's so boring. And then what do? They switch their money into Bitcoin, or they cash out, and then nothing happens with Bitcoin, and then the altcoins start to rally. That's the reason why most people lose money in this market, because they don't have any patience. So no guarantees here. We might stay in a Bitcoin season forever. Bitcoin might go to zero. Altcoins might go to zero. XRP might go to zero. I have no idea. But my case is that altcoins will have their time in the sun. And I think that the larger cap altcoins are going to be the one that rally the most, or the ones that benefit me the most, because I've positioned myself in them early enough to get that upside momentum while everyone else is moaning that nothing ever happens. So this XRP ETF is exciting. I hope that it does help. This could be the reason why XRP is up 3% today. But if we do look at the technicals here, earlier today or yesterday in the middle of the night or so, we did come all the way up to that resistance I've been talking about. So $2.35 is exactly where I want us to break. So while we are between $2.35 and really $2 or $2.10, that's just bouncing, right? Nothing really to worry about in my eyes, just bouncing around here. And if we break this, I'll be bullish. If we break here, I'm not sure if I'll be bearish yet, but I may start to add down, and then maybe if we start to break around $2 or $1.60, I might start to close, depending on how those wicks work out. Is it candles closing or is it wicks? But I will keep you guys exactly up to date with what I'm doing. Now, I've told you, I do think that it's possible that we come down significantly, all right? And if you do want to see what I think about Bitcoin, because the bull market could be closing or nearing an end in the next 100 days. If you want to see more about that, check out the main channel. I just made a big video about my thoughts and opinions on that. Now, with that said, if you guys want to trade at all, we do have links to BYDFI down there in the description. Now we're at 17 XRP or 16.7 XRP profit from that trade I opened live on this channel. The reason why we're in XRP profit and not USDT profit is because I actually opened this on BYDFI with XRP as collateral. So I've been looking for an exchange that I can do this on. Where can I open a long on XRP with XRP as collateral? So if I'm correct, which I may or may not be, but if I am, as the price rises, I generate more XRP. And it's a way that I can even dollar cost average my spot bag by using leverage facilities on BYDFI. Now that's my thesis. I wouldn't blindly follow that at all. I'll do your own research. But if you do want to use your XRP as collateral for whatever trading strategy you have, I do have a link down there in the description to BYDFI. You can get up to $8,100 right now, but only if you use my affiliate link in the description. Of course, there will be bonus terms that apply, so please read those. But you can sign up to BYDFI just with your email address and your password. Do take some time to read the user agreement and the privacy policy, but I think it's a very exciting time to be able again to find somewhere where I can long XRP with XRP as collateral. Now, I wish I had gone bigger on this, but we stay patient, stay calm and collected in the market, and hopefully we can just make some extra XRP using that strategy. Now, with that said, just to look at the macro quickly, Strategy has acquired another 10,000 Bitcoin, guys, another $1 billion. We also have Trump's Truth Social filing for a dual Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. Remember, Trump raised about $2.5 billion in order to buy Bitcoin and crypto as a treasury asset for, I think it was Truth Social, one of his companies. And this means that the majority of his net worth, or more than 50% of Trump's net worth, is now in crypto, which is absolutely wild because he's a president of America, right? Now, also there's an Ethereum whale who's accumulated another 2.5 billion in Ethereum on Sunday, the largest daily inflow since 2018, as price consolidates in a multi-month range similar to 2017. And exactly the same amount of money that Donald Trump raised. Maybe that's Donald Trump's money. Pure speculation, it's probably not, but maybe it's 2.5 billion in Ethereum because he thinks it's about to double. Imagine 2.5 billion, a quick double. Take it out, put it into Bitcoin. That's $2.5 billion profit. Now, that's probably not the case, but it's funny that it's a 2.5, the same number right there. So guys, with all of that said, we still don't have new retail coming into the market searching for XRP as we speak. In fact, there's a slight tick up from the last couple of days, and this could be the start of the next move. But right now, as we speak, we are near bear market lows. The same for Bitcoin. This is why you couple that with the Bitcoin season index that shows us we're nowhere near alt season. I think that there's a chance that we could be moving into an alt season one day soon. All right. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what my thesis is and what I plan. And the way I'm going to capture that upside is with my low leverage trading strategy, which you can now use XRP as collateral. If you fancy checking out BYDFI, those affiliate links will be down there in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.